let the good time roll. Roll all night long. Feels so good when you're home. Come on, baby, rock me all night long. Come on, baby, let the good time roll. Come on, baby, let me thrill your soul. Come on, baby, let the good time roll. Roll all night long.
Oh, my God, my God. Hey, everybody. How we doing? Everybody's good? I love the answers. Anyway, we got a heat wave out here that's unbelievable right now. They just found a new name for it, something, some kind of dome, I think they're calling it, like a bubble, or I don't know, but it's been really brutal. I mean, New York is suffering, Jersey's suffering, but when you start talking about the Midwest and you start getting down around the Texas area, I mean, it's 117, 118 degrees, and the Mojave Desert, the hottest in history. I mean, well, who would go in a Mojave Desert anyway? You know, I wouldn't go if it was 90 degrees. But anyway, we're going through that now. And not too long ago, we were complaining about too much snow. So how do we handle this? Too much snow, too much sun? You know, I don't know what we're going to do. It's just, and there's no place to run. Florida is in serious trouble right now. They've got terrible, terrible weather there. The snowbirds are melting. You know, they want to come up here to cool off now. It's amazing, amazing. But look, you know, we get through it. You know, at our age, at least at my age, I've seen just about everything there is to see. And this is the first time something like this. I know once we were in Vegas, we were out there and it was 111 degrees. And I saw all the construction that was going on. And I noticed that all the big cranes and everything were all idle. They were just sitting there. It looked like a bunch of you know, monuments out there. And I had asked somebody, how come, you know, nobody's working on it? He said after a certain degree, construction, the rules out there is they stop construction. And that was at 111. And now they're doing 118. Those things are gonna be melting pretty soon. So, but try to bear it. You know, make sure you stay hydrated, stay in the house as much as you can. We also have 550 wildfires coming in from Canada. 550 wildfires. And we're bringing all that smoke is coming this way. And we're inhaling all of this nonsense that they're doing, you know? So, you know, and everybody's unhappy. You know, if they were burning 550 weed fields, you know, marijuana fields, everybody'd be happy out there, you know. But we got 550 forest fires, amazing. And of course, the winds come this way. So you can't go outside because the air quality is really bad, and the heat is bad, you know. So we're just gonna ride it out. Put that air conditioner on, drink a lot of water, stay safe because we want to see you every week, every month, you know. So, okay, that's my crying about the weather anyway. You know, we're looking forward to a couple of nice things this summer. You know, we're going to be, I say we, I'm talking about the Elegants. We just did Coney Island, at the amphitheater in Coney Island. You like that? You know, it's a unique place. It's such a beautiful theater. The only thing is, and I love when they have a free concert. It's a free concert. However, you got to park your car for $40, you know, a block and a half away. And then, you know, for a couple of women to want to go to that show and walk a block and a half in the dark, you know, in the Coney Island area. And, you know, I don't want nobody from Coney Island calling me up, you know. But it's nighttime, it's dark. You know, there's situations out there where you don't want to be around there. And you have to walk to the theater a block and a half. There's a lot of things that can make that theater really work and useful. And I think they're just missing the boat with it. You know, we were on a Sunday afternoon. Fortunately, or unfortunately, we wound up with the worst downfall I've ever seen. Rain was incredible. And they were thinking of canceling it. Instead, they wound up doing it anyway because they couldn't reschedule. There was nowhere else to reschedule it. But there were 1,000 fans that actually showed up, 1,000 strong. And they gave up a lot to be there in that weather. And I tell you, I was very grateful. I still want to thank you all. If you came out there with one of your 1,000 people, thank you so much, you know, for bearing with it. But the show went off very well. The lineup, I think, was pretty good, and it was an interesting night. I love some of the different things that we've done over the years, and when I see places like that, the next week or the next day, you're in someplace totally different, and it's always a different experience. I was just talking about it in the green room. We did a private party. I mean, I generally don't do, you know, private events because they have anywhere from, you know, the audience could be anywhere from 9 to 90. You don't have a set audience looking for your type of music. So it's usually something I don't want to be involved in. But they kept telling me this guy is a big doo-wop fan, and he wants to put a couple of acts up there in the Pennsylvania area, up in northern Pennsylvania. So when we took the job, we went up there. I have never been so impressed in my life. The guy lives by himself. He's a widower, lives over there by himself in a 14,600 square foot house with elevators up and over. Here's an elevator. Here's an elevator. And in front of the front door, he had just bought 2 cars. One was a Maserati, and the other one was a Bentley. And one was for comfort, the other one was for speed. He had close to 20 cars of the 50s and early 60s, all redone, all set up in line. And if you wanted to see him, he had a guy in a golf cart would drive you up there and show you, you know, you could see the cars, and you come back down. And the lineup he had under this humongous tent, he had the Stylistics, he had the Delphonics, he had the Times, he had the Skyliners, he had us, he had an Elvis tribute, he had two disco bands from Philadelphia, he had 2 soul bands from Philly also, nonstop from 10 o'clock in the morning to 11 o'clock at night. Music, 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 and as much food as you could possibly eat. It just amazed me. And the guy was one of the nicest, you know, humblest guys I've ever run across. And, you know, he was very pleased with what we did. As a matter of fact, he's asked us back next year again. And, you know, you don't find many people like this. He gave you his house. You know, where do we dress? He said, take one of the bedrooms. You know, he had like 12 bedrooms in the house, you know. So we had a bedroom to get dressed in, and Stylistics had their own bedroom, and you know, it just was another amazing thing. And you come from that, from the amphitheater to that, and then you do a couple of outdoor concerts. You know, those are a little more difficult because weather permitting is always an issue. The fact is that we caught a lot of rain dates this year. We lost a couple of dates, and the one date that was perfectly clear, and we were thrilled to death that it was not raining, and we're going to be doing this show in North Wildwood, outdoors. And we get the phone call that morning, don't get in the car. North Wildwood just had a complete blackout. There was no power in the whole town of Wildwood. And the show was canceled because of lack of power. You know, so, and you know, so it gave me the day off, you know, and it was great. Went out in the yard, play with my tomatoes, the cucumbers, you know, just make believe I'm mixing the dirt or something, you know. But anyway, the thing is that the various more type of things that we do make this whole job interesting. People say, how can you still be doing it 65 years later? I do it because I love it. I do it because people love it, and I love to see that interaction with the people. If the audience loves it, it's like a shot of adrenaline, and it'll keep me going as long as God keeps me healthy, you know. So, but I got to thank you guys, because look at this. I mean, this is a show predicated on, you know, my lifestyle, you know, and my era, and you guys have been with us as many years as I am. Some of you 65, some of you 55, but those years that you've been there, you've still been loyal to the music itself, and I want to thank you. I want to thank you for that. You know, really. Yeah, we've got people in the audience here that have become not only audience members or fans, but they're really close friends, and they're also responsible for keeping this music, you know, in the forefront. You know, so it's Joe LaRocca. You're out there, Joe. Joey's out there. Joey puts a lot of the stuff in the restaurants and in the VFW posts and places like that. And he keeps a lot of this music active. Al Simone is out there too. Al's been doing some concerts now with you know, he's going to be doing something now. He's just got a new corporation. It's called Al Simone Enterprises, or what is it, Al? Entertainment. Al Simone Entertainment. And he's put some nice shows together in the past 10 years. You know, so when you have people like that promoting this stuff, you know, it gives you the opportunity to see it, gives us the opportunity to work to show it to you, and it's very, very important. I don't know if I missed any other promoters out there, but you know, but we usually have 3 or 4 or 5 sometimes promoters out there, and they follow the music as much as they become fans too. They love the music, and they just want to, you know, they want to spread the wealth, you know, and that's a great thing for us. So, anybody have any questions about the music industry the way it is? Anybody have any pros and cons about how it's been or how it's being presented? I love this audience. Yeah. Okay. All right. How about we go the other way we usually go? Has anybody been to a concert in the last month? Okay.
Yeah, I'll start it off, Vito, because I went to one last week. It was almost a private concert, because I went down to the Feast of Mount Carmel in Rosebank, and on Saturday night it rained, and almost nobody came, but Stiletto and the Saxman were there, Joey and Doreen, put on a beautiful show, wonderful show, and I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I went to a few others, but I'll let the other guys talk
Well,
about it.
we introduced them to Staten Island. We brought them on this show when nobody even knew who they were, because they were pretty much a New Jersey New Jersey act, and since that time they've gotten quite a bit of work here in the Staten Island area. But that's also what this is about. It's to introduce new talent, you know, to the people out there, so you get a chance to see them. Oh, that's great. Anybody else? Anybody else go anywhere?
I got nothing to say. Give it to Al. Let Al tell you about his show.
Whoa. Hey, God, Jimmy's got nothing to say. Wow.
I want to talk about one.
I said you'll see it here first, everybody. Jimmy's got nothing to say. What do you got, Al?
Yeah, I was going to say about one show I'm doing in Patchogue. There's another show in September. Richie will talk about that when he gets up there. The Patchogue show, we have the Brooklyn Bridge, the Drifters, Del Satins, Bobby Wilson, Vinnie Modugno, and we're doing a special tribute to Charlie Thomas, a video tribute and everything. And supposedly Rita Thomas is going to be there to accept an award.
Beautiful.
So it's gonna be a good show. That's November 18th in Patchogue. I know it's far, but like I said, it's gonna be a great show.
Beautiful.
So if you can make it.
Well, we're pulling for you. We're pulling for the college, Staten Island College, to put that theater back together. Once they get that theater back together, they had some damage with some flooding. It's been closed for over a year and a half, I believe. But Al was presenting all of those shows in the college, so I understand they're pretty much completed, and Al would be definitely back in there again. So keep your eyes open for that. Again, Al Simone Entertainment. You'll definitely bring your quality shows. What do you got, Joe?
Hi, Vito. How are you?
Good, Joe.
Great being here tonight.
Thank you.
Well, we have a couple shows coming up. September 10th at Villa Patidissimo. We have Judy and Dominique. Not too many people on Staten Island really know them.
Right.
They do a lot of Jersey. They are phenomenal.
Yeah, I've seen them.
I put them up with Joey and Doreen, like that character. They are really, really good. It's a dinner show, but it's not a fixed menu. It's a $10 cover charge with an open menu. Then September 15th at the Bushies on Staten Island, we got Tommy Lynn doing a dinner show over there. September 23rd at the American Legion, we have our dinner show with the Tissells, the Fireflies, and Barbara Harris.
Okay.
That's going to be a great show. And October 1st at Villa Patidismo, we got Anthony Zedillo and Dennis Dell at Villa Patidismo. So we got a couple things in the work. And we got a Christmas show on December 16th with Bob Kutnick, Tommy Lynn, and the Muddle Kings.
Okay.
That's in December.
Okay.
Thank you.
Beautiful. Beautiful. You know, every one of the names that you just mentioned, other than that, the combination of the guy and the woman, I forgot. Yeah. Every one of them have been on this show already, and we got the opportunity again, you know, to show or display that their talent. And every one of them are really excellent entertainers. You know.
Julia went to a concert with American Idol on the forum.
Right.
Not the one on TV. It was a private thing.
Wow. Yeah.
And I heard he blew the contest away.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's really good. One day I got to make the meeting.
Yeah. I saw them on Facebook. They were doing something in Jersey.
Yeah, they're big. I used to put. They used to sing in Maseko.
Oh, okay.
On Route 22.
Okay. Beautiful. You know, and like I said, not only those people, we've had people in our audience who wound up, you know, never knew that they sang before, and then they found out that they not only could sing, but they enjoyed themselves, and they're working around too, you know. And where's Carl? Carl Mama, where you at, Carl? Carl was a studio guest, and next thing you know it, now he's entertaining all over the place. So where are you going to be, Carl? You know, anything that you would like to mention?
This Wednesday and Thursday, just two of the local senior centers, one in Brooklyn, one out here in Staten Island. And I got about 15 places that I perform regularly at. I'm having a lot of fun.
Right.
And I'm looking to do something maybe in September, a big show, try to put something together in one of the restaurants out here. So
And you're enjoying it.
I'm having the senior centers are the best in the world. I love singing for the seniors. I'm having a blast.
It's
Having a lot of fun.
good for you. Good
Thank
for
you, Vito. I appreciate
All
it.
right. Anybody else? Am I missing anybody? No? Where's Stevie? Stevie Mancino, where you at, Steve? Stevie's with the Expressions. Been there a long time. Grab that mic, Steve. Give him the mic. Yeah. You want to tell him where you're going to be August 19th, Steve?
August 19th, we're going to be with Vito on the beach. And that's, firework display that night, right?
Right?
And Lena Fasano, what's her name?
Yeah.
And she's going to be there with us.
Yep.
And we're looking forward to that. So that's
Beautiful.
be good.
We're looking forward to doing it.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I want to talk about it now anyway for a few minutes.
Yeah.
But good, Steve. I'll see you before that, but definitely I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thanks,
And that's
Steve.
about right now. We're working on that, putting it together, and should be a good show. you
Good,
know?
good. Have some fun. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
You know, that particular concert we was talking about, that's the Borough President concert that we've been doing. That's the one, anybody heard it before, you know, they've heard my story. But we created that concert, and I dubbed it the Back to the Beach. I gave it that name 35 years ago. We did it, actually 30 years ago. We wound up doing it at the boardwalk where we first started. And everybody thought it was not going to happen because the South Beach Boardwalk at that time was in disarray. It was really in bad shape. And they figured we were going to pull 200 to 300 people. And according to the Staten Island Advance, we pulled 20,000 people that night. 20,000 people on Staten Island was unheard of. And, you know, so it was a long run. They kept the word Back to the Beach, and they've been using it ever since. And we got a chance to come back about, I don't know, maybe eight or 9 years ago. Jimmy Otto brought us back, and we started to do the concert series again. And we'll be back again now that Vito Fasella is Borough President, another South Beach guy. You know, that's a good thing. The other Vito from South Beach, we call each other, you know. So we're looking forward to that. And, that became like a reunion. Not only is it a concert, but there are people there that they haven't seen other friends that they went to school with. There are people that you run into that are from your old neighborhood. There are even some relatives that you haven't seen, So when you get there, it's almost like a wedding. It's like an Italian wedding. Everybody's hugging and kissing each other. And I'm waiting for the bologna and the salami to go flying across the room, You send out give me, I'll trade you the mortadella. Give me the mortadella for the prosciutto. All right, good. I mean, so it's more than just a concert. It's an event, and you should really come out and see it. It's a party. We have a good time. The people have a good time. And after it's all done, if you got your kids with you or your grandchildren with you, there's a full-blown fireworks display right after the show. And that will be Saturday night. And the Saturday night will be only, with the fireworks be only on Saturday night. And there were a couple of more concerts going on at Silver Lake and Clove Lakes and Wolf's Pond, But there's the one at the beach. I still say the beach because it's my roots are all from South Beach, but it's the end of the boardwalk. It's not even Midland Beach. They call it Midland Beach. It's actually Ocean Breeze. It's right there at the Ocean Breeze where the flags are. And hey, the other thing too is I had made a joke one time about the fountains, because where I did the concert there was no fountains there. They put four or five dolphins, and I said, why would you put statues of dolphins? I've never seen a dolphin in this water my entire life. Born and raised in South Beach, never saw a dolphin. You might see Jimmy Hoffa popping around out there, but But now, what do you know? And only last week, there's been more than once. There's been a dolphin sighting right out here, right on our own water. We've got dolphins now in South Beach and Great Kills area. Of course, there's sharks too. They've seen sharks. We see whales. Somebody mentioned yesterday pelicans. They've seen pelicans now on Staten Island. Somebody mentioned that there's a fox or a couple of foxes running around. I mean, when I was single, I saw a few foxes out here, but but there was foxes. We have plenty of deer out here now. Matter of fact, too many probably. I'm watching a whole evolution here. Staten Island is like, remember years ago, you could read about it, but this was the oyster capital of the world, and also the linoleum capital of the world. I forgot what the heck the name of the town is. Maybe even Bloomfield. I think at one point that might have been called Linoleumville. And it was the largest linoleum, the gypsum plant on Richmond Terrace. All the sheetrock was all coming from the gypsum plant. Bethlehem Steel, most of the steel for the building ships and tanks came from Richmond Terrace out here on Staten Island. We got a very big history out here, So, but anyway, getting back to that concert, the 19th, August 19th, put it on the save the date calendar. You get the opportunity, come out. We'd love to see you out there, and we're gonna have a good time. So that's that. Mary, you have a question? Yes. Get the mic. Ro.
Okay, he's going to be on the boardwalk on August 18th on the boardwalk. Vinny with Bobby Wilson. Jimmy.
Yeah, I don't know.
Vinny. Vinny. Oh, you can't hear? Yeah, on August 18th at the boardwalk.
I got it.
Huh?
All right. Anything else? Anybody? Let's get into it now. We're going to have a couple of dances before we bring out our guest again. We've had anybody else? No. We had numerous requests to bring him back, and we got the opportunity to bring him back one more time. So we're going to be doing that very shortly. We got two songs. Do we have some dancers out there, Sal?
Yeah, we got it.
Beautiful. All right. Let's see. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, we'll open the dance floor to baby with someone new.
She sure looks happy, I sure am blue. She was my baby till he stepped in. Goodbye to romance that might have been. Bye-bye love, bye-bye happiness. Hello loneliness, I think I'm gonna cry. Bye-bye love, bye-bye sweet caress. Hello emptiness, I feel like I could die. Bye-bye my love, goodbye. I'm through with romance, I'm through with love. I'm through with counting the stars above. And here's the reason that I'm so free. My loving baby is through with me. Bye-bye love, bye-bye happiness. Hello loneliness, I think I'm gonna cry. Bye-bye love, bye-bye sweet caress. Hello emptiness, I feel like I could die. Bye-bye my love, goodbye. Bye-bye my love, goodbye. Bye-bye my love, goodbye.
They're really rocking in Boston and Pittsburgh, PA, deep in the heart of Texas and round the Frisco Bay, all over St. Louis and down in New Orleans. All the cats wanna dance with sweet little 16, sweet little 16. She just got to have about $500,000 famed autograph. Her wallet filled with pictures, she gets them one by one. Becomes so excited, watch her look at her run, boy. Oh, mommy, mommy, please may I go? It's such a sight to see, somebody steal the show. Oh, daddy, daddy, I beg of you, whisper to mommy, it's all right with you. 'Cause they'll be rocking on Bandstand in Philadelphia, PA, deep in the heart of Texas, around the Frisco Bay, all over St. Louis, way down in New Orleans. All the cats wanna dance with sweet little 16. Yeah, they'll be rocking on Bandstand, Philadelphia, PA, deep in the heart of Texas, and around the Frisco Bay, all over St. Louis, way down in New Orleans. All the cats wanna dance with sweet little 16, sweet little 16. She's got the grown-up blues, tight dresses and lipstick. She's sporting high-heel shoes. Oh, but tomorrow morning she'll have to change her trend and be sweet 16 and back in class again. But they'll be rocking in Boston, Pittsburgh, PA, deep in the heart of Texas and round the Frisco Bay, way out in St. Louis, way down in New Orleans. All the cats wanna dance with sweet little 16.
Oh, nice, 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 nice. Yeah. Just like high school, huh? I feel like, was it? Okay. Anyway, can't do that. All right. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we try to relive the past as long as we can, and you know, this is the time that we really enjoy doing it. Whenever we hear the music, that seems to be the common denominator. You know, once you hear the music, you're all set. Brings you right back to where you were. You know exactly where you were when you first heard it. You know. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, let's do this now. I told you that we've gotten many, many calls and letters asking us when we were going to bring him back, and we're going to do that for you now. Richie, this next fella has not only become a good entertainer and a fellow that works with us on many occasions, but he's become a good friend also. I've worked with many Elvis tribute acts, and I don't want to say anything negative about any one of them. I don't want to say that because every one of them has something else to bring to the table. But when you're looking for the full package too, I find out that this gentleman has probably a good portion of that full package, and personally too. You guys know him. You've seen him, and you've not only seen him here, but you've seen him out and about, you know, over the last 6 months since he's been here. But let's bring him out one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Richie Santa. That's it.
I'm on, right? Okay, good. Thank you very much, Vito.
My pleasure.
I'd like to sing a couple of songs that obviously Elvis made famous. So why don't we get it going? Terry, do you hear me in there?
Nah, we don't want to play it.
Okay, I'm just going to sit down. No. From the top, please. Should I just... There we go. Hey, baby, ain't asking much of you. No, baby, ain't asking much of you. Well, just a bigger hunk of love. Will do. Don't be a stranger, little mama. You're about to stop me half to death. You can spare a kiss or two, I still have pennies left. No, baby, ain't asking much of you. Well, just a bigger hunk of love. Will do. Wait on, boys. That's me on piano, you know. Really, it is. Just a natural born beehive, filled with honey to the top. Well, I ain't greedy, baby. All I want is all you got, all my baby. Ain't asking much of you. Well, just a bigger hunk of love. Will do. Guitar. No. I got a wishbone in my pocket, got a rabbit's foot around my wrist. I can have anything my lucky charm can bring if you give me just a one sweet kiss. No, baby, ain't asking much of you. Well, just a bigger hunk of love. Will do. Just a bigger hunk of love. Will do. Just a bigger hunk of love. Will do. I just feel like roaming around. Can I do that? Is that all right? Am I going to get shot or beat up? I can roam around? Yeah, okay. All right. I get all excited when I get a chance to sing, you know. I'm the same way in the house. I just run around singing, you know. Okay, let's do it, Terry. How do you like it so far? Let me feel it, man. Let me feel it. One through a party in the county jail. The prison man was there, they began to wail. John was a jump and it began to swing. Should have heard him rock that jailbird sing. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the home cell block, we're dancing to the jailhouse rock. Sad sack was sitting on a block of stone. Way over in the corner, weeping all alone. Once anybody, don't you be no square. Can't find a part to use a wooden chair. Let's rock. Everybody, let's rock. Everybody in the home cell block, we're dancing to the jailhouse rock. Dancing to the jailhouse rock. Dancing to the jailhouse rock. You know I can't be found. I'm sitting home all alone. If you can't come around, at least please telephone. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Well, baby, if I made you mad, or something that I might have said, please and just forget the past. The future looks bright ahead. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Well, I don't want no other love. Oh, baby, it's still you I'm thinking of. Let's walk up to the preacher. Let us say I do. Then you'll know you'll have me, and I'll know that I'll have you. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Well, I don't want no other love. Oh, baby, it's still you I'm thinking of. Don't be cruel to a heart that's true. Don't be cruel, you know, to a heart that's true. Well, I don't want no other love now. Oh, baby, it's still you I'm thinking of. You should have saw the face when I turned around and like made a face at him. He was like shocked. I think he was napping at that point. He might have been, I don't know. Oh, Vito, man, you don't understand. Okay, all right. Let's do it, Terry. Well, so they got a woman way across town, good to me. Oh, yeah. Well, so they got a woman way across town, good to me. Oh, yeah. Well, she my baby, don't you understand? They got a woman out way across town, good to me. Oh, yeah. She give me loving early in the morning just for me. Oh, yeah. She give me loving early in the morning just for me. Oh, yeah. Well, she my baby, don't you understand? They got a woman way across town, good to me. Oh, yeah. She better love me most day and night. Never grumbles or fusses, just treats me right. Never walking them streets, leaving me alone. She knows a woman's place right there now in that home. Got a woman way across town, good to me. Oh, yeah. Well, I said they got a woman way across town. She's good to me. Oh, yeah. She my baby, don't you understand? So they got a woman way across town, good to me. Oh, yeah. Well, you know she's all right. You know she's all right. You know she's all right. I got a woman way over town, she's good to me. I think I threw my arm out of the socket. Back in, as everybody knows, Elvis started in the 50s. I'd like to do a song that he did in the movie Jailhouse Rock in 1957. It's called Treat Me Nice. Let's do it, Terry. When I walk through that door, oh, baby, be polite. You, okay. If you want my love, then take my advice. Treat me nice. I know that you've been told it's not fair to tease, but if you come on cold, I'm really gonna freeze. If you don't want me to be cold as ice, treat me nice. Well, make me feel at home if you really care. Scratch my back and run your pretty fingers through my hair. I know I'd be a slave, well, if you ask me to. But if you don't behave, I'll walk right out on you. If you want my love, then take my advice. Treat me nice. I get one of these. Treat me feel at home if you really care. I never felt so loved in my life. Fingers through my hair. I know I'd be a slave, well, if you ask me to. But if you don't behave, I'll walk right out on you. If you want my love, then take my advice. Treat me nice. Treat me nice. Treat me nice. If you really want my loving, treat me nice. Thank you. Whew. Now I get a chance to sit down and talk to the legendary Vito Picone.
Welcome.
Thank you, Vito.
Grab a seat.
Am I on now, guys?
Absolutely.
I don't know.
You're still on.
I'm still on. I brought my my $2 Walgreens glasses.
Yeah, I thought they were mine. I picked them up. I thought they were mine.
And look how big the font is.
Yeah.
It's like giant font. So, wow, you got the same ones. We shop at the same store.
Yeah.
Just to inform you what I'm doing. But anyway.
No, good. I'm going to ask you that question anyway, and I know that you really don't remember everything, you know. So
What do you mean?
That's why.
Oh, no. Well, they were reading. They were reading from a sheet.
Yeah, but they're not professionals.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know.
Well, I don't. You know, in this business, when you screw up one thing, you didn't say
Yeah, I
that
know.
right. You didn't mention me.
And you
I'm
alienate
insulted.
this one, you piss off that one. I understand.
And I just want you to know, ladies and gentlemen, that before the show, Vito said he wants to try on these pants.
Yep. Yep.
And I said, okay, I'll let you take them home.
I need them for my arms.
He needs them.
I'll just
good
keep
to
the
see you
fly
again.
open so I can see where I'm going. Oh man, I do have a pair of leather. I told you.
I know.
I have a
know.
leather suit that I obviously cannot fit in any
But
longer.
from what era?
1920s, I think.
Oh,
Something
stop.
It was during Prohibition. I thought it was a good
Okay.
idea. You know?
They had leather outfits back in the day?
Absolutely. You know, when I was spilling champagne all over me, I didn't want to ruin my suit.
Well, listen, I'll try it on if you want to give it away.
You could have it. I mean, I think it's going to be way too big for you. I was watching you move too, but you may want it because you got a lot of room.
A lot of room.
You can move around. You can, in my suit, you can do it. You can do it without Undell if you want. You know.
Well, listen, I will take that suit and I will not wear it. I will honestly put it up in my basement, and this is Vito Picone's leather suit.
Wow.
I would not wear it.
Well, I appreciate it. That's what I did. I bought it, put it in my closet.
He's known for his quick wit. He's known for his quick wit.
Quick what? Quick wit? Quick what? Anyway, I honestly, I gave a little spiel before we started, but I mean it from the heart. I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of them over the years. I even did I did one like you mentioned too. You did one with various artists in Vegas or wherever it was.
Yeah.
And they had Japanese Elvis tribute people. You know, and hold on one second. We have a technical difficulties. Oh, the chain is this chain? The chain is in the mic. My baby's got me locked up in chains.
Locked up in chains.
You know? Okay. We don't want the chain hitting the The Gomez Guillaume here. All right. All right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, where was I before it was so...
The Gomez Guillaume.
Yeah, the Gomez Guillaume. What the hell was I talking about? Oh, yeah. The different Elvis, the different Elvis people. And I've seen maybe 10 or 15 of them one time. We just did a cruise last year. There was about at least 10 of them or 15 of them out there.
Sure.
And like I said, I've never seen so many Elvi in my whole life. To be politically correct.
There's so many.
And, but as I mentioned, and I say it again, it's going to be on the air, so I got nothing to hide. If not the best, definitely one of the best.
Thank you.
And I really mean that.
I appreciate that.
He not only takes it serious. I mean, you could see he doesn't miss one phrasing. He does a little ad-libbing, which is good.
Little bit.
Which is what Elvis did. He was joke around about it.
He was very much in the moment.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, if I had to criticize one thing,
okay,
and believe me, to show you, because you passed a remark before that I was sleeping, I wasn't watching.
Oh,
but I just
he's not going to let that go.
No, I just want to let you know that I was watching and I was listening.
You were internalizing it.
It's just one word in the entire set that you just did.
What?
I never heard of a telephone.
But that's the way he said it.
Did he say that? That's why I was going to ask you that question.
A telephone, yeah.
Really? Because I heard you say, call me on the telephone.
Yeah, that's how he said it.
I never heard him say that. I'm not disputing it.
All right.
It's just that I never heard it, But I'm going to listen when I go home.
Okay. I'm going to get a call at 2 in the morning. You're wrong.
Absolutely.
And then hang up.
You know me. I'm Sicilian, man. I mean,
So am I.
I'm not letting it go.
I'm all Sicilian, too.
I know, but Sicilians make mistakes.
Oh, no.
And the other Sicilian corrects them.
Oh.
But I'm going to find it. And
now I'm scared.
If I'm wrong, I'm going to call you up and tell you I was 100% wrong.
Oh.
I'll call you on the telephone and tell you. Or actually from the celly phone.
The celly phone, that's right.
Yeah, right.
That's the new age, the celly phone.
Where you going to be? Why don't you try and pick up that paper there?
All right. I got to put my glasses on. On August 16th.
Wait 1 second. Hold on just 1 second. Okay. I want to hear you. Okay.
I will be at Nino's restaurant on Highland Boulevard. I think that's like in the Grasmere area.
Right, Upper South Beach.
August 16th, it's a Wednesday night. Reservations, you can call 718-448-3838. Wow, those are really magnified.
Well, thank you.
1110 Highland Boulevard. Doors open at 6:30. The show is at 7.
That's right by Steuben Street, by the way.
That's right,
It's
Steuben.
Steuben and Highland.
Then we have a big show at PNC, as Al Simone mentioned earlier. It's September 26th. The show starts at 1:30. It's a free show. And on that show, we have Frank Pizarro, who sang with the Platters for, I believe, 9 years.
He was on our show, too.
Yeah, he's a great singer, as you will testify to. He's really a great singer. And we have Bill Haley Jr. and the Comets. I didn't even know Bill Haley Jr. was out there, I have to be honest. But he's going to be on the show, and I think he will be closing the show.
He does. I did a show with him in where was that show, Al? We did our... Who? Bristol, Pennsylvania.
Okay.
And I was pleasantly surprised.
He really good?
Very good. He did a great job. And, the guys are, they actually try to emulate a lot of the things that they did.
That's great.
Jumping on the bass and all that stuff.
Yeah. And I look forward to meeting them and hearing
nice guy,
them.
too.
What else was I going to say? I'd like to thank Al Simone Entertainment, for putting this show together along with PNC. And I thank Al for making me a part of it. Thank you, Al Simone.
Yep. For those of you that don't know or don't remember, PNC Arts Center was the Garden State Arts Center.
Right.
That's what it was called for years, and I still call it the Garden State Arts Center, but it is the PNC Arts Center.
Yes. So. What? Take the wire. What?
Yeah, we'll.
right here because of the chain, that's all.
Oh, another chain problem.
Ah.
That's the sound of the men working on the chain. Yeah. Okay.
That's the sound of the mic working on the chain.
Now you heard us both sing. That's going to cost you all $20.
Okay.
To get tickets to that show, you have to send a self-addressed stamped envelope with the number of tickets you need, but it can't exceed 10. To the Garden State Arts Foundation, Inc., P.O. Box 5013, Woodbridge, New Jersey 07095, if you want to come to that show. And you'll have a great time. It'll be wonderful. And November 12th, I'm doing a show with a friend of mine. His name is Tony Dean. He's calling this show Afternoon of Oldies, Tribute, and Dance. The show starts at 3 o'clock. Doors open at 2. For tickets, call 201-317-5035. On the show is Charlie Romo, Tony Dean, Nino of the Web Chords, and Big Daddy Dean. I'm just reading what they put on the flyer.
That's all right.
Well, I guess he sang with the Craftsmen and the Vagabonds. And that's all I can announce at this moment.
All right, that's enough. That's enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Alaska.
Yeah. You know.
You know what? He didn't
I
write it down.
I didn't
and
write
he
it
don't
down.
And therefore, he has no idea where it is.
I can tell you it's in Jersey. I can't believe I didn't write it down.
That's all right.
That's what happens when you get old.
Well, what you do is just Google Tony Dean.
Yeah, Tony Dean.
You know, and you go right to that date. That's all.
Somebody look it up for me.
Yeah. I think Joe knows it. You know it, Joe? Who has?
That's it. It's called the Chandelier, and it's I don't know what part of Jersey that is.
It's on the ceiling. It's where all chandeliers are.
Yeah, that's
It's
where
on
the
ceiling.
chandeliers are.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's close enough. They can Google it. Just look on a map just for where the chandelier is.
I'm sorry about that, folks. I forgot to write
When
it
is the
down.
date?
November 12th.
On the next show, I'll tell you where it is, which will give you still 2 months to start driving.
Yeah.
And believe me, the way the traffic has been.
I know.
Oh my God, I have never seen traffic like this before.
I did a show yesterday. It was a 70-mile ride, and it took almost 3 hours to get there.
Yeah, no.
And 2.5 hours back.
Yeah, it's terrible.
For a 40-minute show, right? You know what that's like.
Of course. On our way to Pennsylvania Saturday, I saw what was headed. We were going north. They were coming south, and they were obviously going to get off at the Garden State Parkway exit so they can get on the Parkway. That line had to be over 2 miles long, and all I kept thinking of was the people that were doing 60 miles an hour a little further back.
Right.
And they're saying, we're making great time, honey, you know, and I know what's happening in about another 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, and what a horrible thing that was, to sit there that long. It goes into one lane to get on the Parkway. It's crazy.
I think the worst, though, is probably the Belt Parkway. Because the Belt Parkway's always been 3 lanes, and it never expanded any wider than that. All the families have more cars now on the road.
Absolutely.
And
you know, and thank God they fixed the flooding problems, because the belt used to be underwater when it would really rain hard.
Yeah.
And sometimes the water would come over that wall, you know, if there was some bad tides. But anything at all to slow down traffic. It's just, I hate that trip. BQE is worse. BQE is dangerous. The Belt Parkway is just boring, you know. But you have to go there if you want to get out to Queens or Long Island.
If you want to have a career. You have to leave your house. You have to get off the block.
That's right.
So you have to travel. It's part of the routine.
Speaking of that, where were you actually from originally?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn?
Sheepshead Bay area.
Okay.
And then I moved to Staten Island. I was here for approximately 20 years.
All right.
And now I live in Sayreville.
Beautiful. That's great.
With that lady over there.
Yeah, there you go. Hi, Mary. Yeah. We know that where you're going to be at this point, but for those of you that are not going to be traveling, or you don't recognize some of the places, just constantly take a look at what's happening out there. Make sure you look out there and see what's happening, because aside from Richie, there are a lot of our shows, our genre out there. And as long as you keep going, as long as those things are successful, we're going to be keeping this music going. So please, you got to support this music. All right, Rich, I want to first of all, I want to thank our sponsors. Like I say, we've got Ciro's Pizza every time they're out there with a thin crust pizza, excellent pizza, and we got Country Donuts out there, Arthur Kill in Richmond, been good to us for many, many, many years, and of course the crew and the cast and everybody else that's here. It doesn't happen without you guys, and especially the audience. Not only the audience here, but the viewing audience. I want to thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. Richie, thank you so much, buddy.
All right,
kid? All right, kid.
You're a good
Love
man,
you, buddy.
Vito.
Thank you, buddy. We love it. Anybody, thank you very much, everybody. Have a safe trip home. Be careful with this heat. Try to stay hydrated as much as you can. You know, it could be homemade wine, but don't worry about it. You know, I mean, that'll work for you. I just want to tell you that we have a monitor here that tells us that time is up. Of course, the monitor never tells you what's happening. I usually find out when I'm right on the money. There we are.